It's Friday. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. You're watching the 9 at Night. I'm Stephania Jimenez. We'll start with this. A 28-year-old woman dead, and now the 36-year-old suspect in her case is behind bars. Police arrested Penny Gomez yesterday. She's charged in the murder of Ashley Lopez. San Antonio police say the two got into a brawl with a larger group at an apartment complex on Angela Walk in South Picoso on Wednesday night. Witnesses said that Gomez got into her car and intentionally drove into the crowd, hitting Lopez and dragging another person who was hanging onto the car several feet. And now she's facing multiple charges. Now, San Antonio police are looking for a man who they say stabbed his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend. This happened around 9 o'clock last night at an apartment complex on Culebra Road near Callahan and 151. SAPD says the victim was at the apartment with his girlfriend when her ex-boyfriend showed up and attacked the victim when he answered the door. The victim, by the way, is expected to recover. A man accused of stabbing another man in the face and neck and then bragging about it, now charged with assault with a deadly weapon. Police arrested 28-year-old Romelo Barker for that stabbing incident. It happened last month near the Hayes Street Bridge. After being cut, the victim walked to a convenience store on San Pedro for help, and from there, he was taken to the San Antonio Military Medical Center for his injuries. According to police documents, Barker bragged about stabbing the victim, saying that he took care of him because he, quote, disrespected a woman during an argument. And now his bond is set at $85,000. San Antonio police also arrested that man that you're looking at, 33-year-old Andrew Gutierrez. He's accused of threatening a Target store employee. Detectives say that Gutierrez went into the store, began taking merchandise and hiding it. And when he tried to leave without paying, the employee tried to stop him. Police say that's when he apologized to her and then showed her a knife. Officers caught up with him and say that Gutierrez admitted to stealing and pulling a knife on the employee. He was charged with aggravated robbery and his bond is set at $115,000. The high-profile trial of an Air Force major accused of the murder of his wife is set to begin next week. Andre McDonald is facing murder and tampering with evidence charges in this case. And streaming right now on all of our KSAT platforms is an in-depth look at this case. It's called Open Court, the Trial of Andre McDonald. We take a look back at when Andreen McDonald disappeared, the search for her, and also the arrest of Andre McDonald. We also get some insight from a local defense attorney about what strategies both the prosecution and defense teams may have in this case. You can watch that special on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, or on our YouTube page. Jury selection for Andre McDonald's trial is going to start on Tuesday. In other news now, his products are in kitchens throughout the U.S., probably yours. The founder of Bolner's Fiesta Spices, Clifton Bolner, passed away this week at the age of 94. The aroma from his warehouses make them really landmarks on the near west side. It's where 600 spices, specialty blends, and other products are then shipped to stores around the country. His children say that 70 years ago, their father thought it would be easier to handle spices than the meat that he would deliver from his family's Italian grocery store. They say that his family, faith, and community always came first, but there's so much more to Clifton Bolner's legacy. Listen.
People cooking in their kitchens, because that's where it's at in every home. Cooking in the kitchen, and the spices, they really make it taste right.
Yeah. Now, Clifton Bolner's family is in town for the weekend because they're here for his visitation. Now let's take a moment to get you ready for the weekend. Here's meteorologist Mia Montgomery with your forecast.
Well, as we head into the overnight hours, it is going to be another cold start to our Saturday. Temperatures fall into the mid to upper 30s here in Bexar County. A few low 30s and a light freeze, not completely out of the question briefly, generally for areas just west of town. Now, also like today, once the sun comes up, plenty of it is in store throughout the first half of the weekend, helping those temperatures warm. We're near 56 by 11 a.m. Temperatures top off in the mid to upper 60s for those Saturday afternoon highs. A touch more moisture works in for the back half of the weekend. Some areas of patchy fog not out of the question Sunday and into Monday mornings. Notice your temperatures on the upward trend. We're in the 70s into the first half of next week, near 80 by Tuesday, before a weak front tries to knock temperatures down a touch and spark a few isolated showers by Wednesday.
Now back home in the Dome today, the San Antonio Spurs celebrate their 50th anniversary of being a franchise by playing in the Alamo Dome. Now before the game, we heard from a former usher for the team who saw the first ever Spurs game back in the 70s. Listen to this.
I've been a Spurs fan por vida, and it's awesome to be back here and to experience this record-breaking attendance. Win or lose, I still love my Spurs, and we're going to make history tonight.
Yes, por vida. Did you hear him? That's what you call a fan. We're going to hear more from Spurs fans and have a full recap of tonight's game at the Alamo Dome tonight on the Nightbeat. So this is really a no-brainer. Buying store brands at the grocery store is going to save you money, right? But you've done the math. It turns out to not be such a great deal if your family doesn't actually end up eating the food. So 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz tells us which ones actually pass the taste test. Watch.
It's an easy way to save money on groceries, buying store brands.
Store brands are almost always cheaper, sometimes up to 70%.
But the savings may not be worth it if the food doesn't taste good. So Consumer Reports did some blind taste testing on things you probably buy, comparing name brands to popular store brands. First up, cereal. Can you fill your bowl with a Honey Nut Cheerios knockoff that tastes close to the real thing but costs a lot less? Yes, tasters like these Honey Nut O's from Walmart's Great Value brand, and you save 67% per serving. Having syrup on your pancakes?
We found that all the syrups we tested were of very good quality, but some were actually more expensive than the name brand by Butternut Mountain Farms.
They found the store brand organic maple syrup at Costco will make your taste buds and your wallet happy with 25% savings. If you're a fan of Skippy peanut butter, testers say go for the Walmart brand. It costs 50% less, but they say skip the store brand PB from Target and Dollar General because both had less roasted peanut flavor. And testers said it's nuts how good these Costco extra fancy salted mixed nuts are, and you'll save a lot of money over the Planters brand. Finally, ketchup. Heinz is huge, but tasters found that Target's store brand was very good and cost 70% less per serving. HEB products were not part of the taste testing, so I'd like to hear from you. Let me know what your favorite store brand products are. You can comment on our website or Facebook page. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Now, before we go, we want you to check it out. It's right there in the distance. Frosty has nothing on that snowman in Wisconsin. Towering above a highway there, the 58-foot snowman is stopping people in their tracks who want to take pictures with the giant. It was built by a construction company owner, his sons, and some of his crew members. The 4-story snowman, that's how tall it is. His name is Jeffrey. It's in honor of the owner's late brother. And they say that building Jeffrey took months of planning and 166,000 pounds of snow. 166,000 pounds of snow. Wow, I wonder how long Jeffrey's going to be there. Well, we're almost done here. We're out of time. The 9 at Night returns on Monday. Have a beautiful night. Stay cool. And join us again for the Nightbeat, where we're going to talk more about the Spurs anniversary game. Have a fabulous weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.